Stream deletes everything. Kenji reacts. Reddit died. What you mean Reddit died? What are you talking about? I don't even use Reddit. I wouldn't know.
Good evening, everyone. It's with a heavy heart that I have to deliver some tragic news that I'm sure you've already seen and have probably spent the better part of your afternoon crying about. Reddit
No.
is currently down. The narwhal is not baconing today, my friends. This is not a wholesome Chungus moment. Reddit is offline, and there's good reason for it. Many of you probably saw over the last week or so that there was an organized protest with most of the subreddits on the platform about API changes, and maybe there's
What
too
is that?
much mumbo jumbo, scary, frightening big words
Yeah.
and acronyms that you didn't even bother to look into. So that's what I'm going to do here is break down the situation on why there was a Reddit strike in the first place and what the future could hold for all the Reddit mods that are now stranded without a home to go back to or a place, a domain to rule over. Now,
Any mods, any Reddit mods, y'all did a good job there, but your time is up. Y'all can come work part-time voluntary hours right here. You know.
Now, I joke about the situation, but Reddit is legitimately one of the top 10 most visited sites in the world, so the fact that it's down right now due to this strike is actually really impressive. Like, it's genuinely surprising how much the community came together in order to protest the Reddit changes. So, what sparked this Armageddon, this doomsday for Redditors? It was a change to how Reddit was going to be conducting business. They did their best EA impression here and got very greedy. So they decided they were going to start charging for API access, and they were charging a fucking fat load of barnacles for it too. API access allows things like third party apps to exist. It needs the API access to function, and Reddit was going to begin charging for that access. So the biggest one is called Apollo, and it helps users read Reddit threads. It's something many power users were familiar with, but something I didn't know about until recently. And according to the developer of Apollo, it would cost nearly $20 million annually under this new pricing model, which
Damn.
is a ton of pickles. That's far beyond the realm of possibility for pretty much any third party developer. So, effectively, Reddit was killing third party apps because nobody could afford to pay the API fee for their services anymore. And it didn't just affect third party apps, it also affected mod tools, as I understand it as well. So, this new pricing scheme, fresh out of the brain of Mr. Krabs, shaking everyone down for their lunch money, had a large set of consequences that effectively shut off a lot of what people were used to. And it wasn't something that the community was thrilled about. This was not a policy change that was getting a lot of updates. So, the community, as well as a lot of the biggest subreddit mods, as well as just the biggest subreddits in general, came together and decided that they were going to do a strike, a Reddit blackout, where they're going to be taking their subreddits private, meaning you can't access them anymore, basically just shutting them down temporarily. And that's led to our current situation. There was even a live stream tracking how many subreddits were going offline, and it's still going right now. And you can see it's a lot. I also tuned into the stream a little bit last
Wow.
night, and I bore witness to one of the saddest things I've ever laid my eyes upon. Breaking news: r slash tits went down. That'll find.
Breaking news. Arslan. Oh
Finally
no.
put the pressure on the Reddit admins to overturn their decision here. No more r slash tits. Jesus Christ, it's getting serious. And it's only continued to get more serious. We're in the end game now. Not only is r slash tits banished to the Shadow Realm in protest, r slash tiny tits has also vanished.
Oh my god, it's over. It's over. It's over.
So if that doesn't put the screws on the Reddit admins to overturn this greedy policy, I just don't know what will. Now, I genuinely do think that this strike has been remarkably successful. This is a legitimate we did it Reddit moment. The site isn't working because so many subreddits have gone offline. It's not like Reddit themselves, like the upper echelon of the Reddit Illuminati came in and just shut it down or something and as their form of protest. This is the site not working because so many communities are all going private at once, it seems. When you just try and go on the site's front page, it doesn't generate anything for you. It just kind of says there's a problem. But if you directly go to one of the subreddits that isn't participating in the protest, it will work. Mudahar just made a video covering this, and he went to r/sinkpissers, and they were still online. That was 3 hours ago, and I just tried it again. And these brave patriots pissing in sinks are still here operating just fine on the platform.
Wow.
So it's not like Reddit itself is down. It's just so many subreddits have gone private that the website doesn't seem to know what to generate on the front page anymore. But if you go to a specific subreddit that isn't participating, it still functions. So like if you really love piss sinking, or whoa, sink pissing, then you can go there and consume that content with no problem at all. This is actually a really interesting situation because
I don't know
Reddit
why
is
I'd be there,
a
but
legitimate top 10 most visited website in the world. It is a platform that everyone accesses at some point. And I make jokes about Reddit a lot and Redditors in particular, but that's not because I think the platform sucks or anything. I think it actually does have legitimate use from time to time. I think most of the subreddits are dog shit, like most of the default subs and all of that are just absolute worthlessness. But there are certain communities that are just dedicated.
Wait. Is it r/? Shit. Damn it. Hold on. Oh, fuck. I was muted. Oh. Okay. Never mind. We're good. Hold on. I'm doing the Lord's work right now. Hold on. I'm doing the Lord's work for y'all. What else? What other Reddit? Is there an Iron Mouse Reddit? I don't think there is. Well, there probably is, but who uses Reddit a lot? What VTuber uses Reddit a lot? I don't even know. I just know Lily does it because I see her on stream doing it, and I had to check.
To providing information in specific areas that have.
We're good. It's not all gone to shit over there. It's not all gone to shit. Because as long as Lily's Reddit is on, we're good. But she wouldn't take it down because then that means no content for her. Well, she wouldn't take it down unless she does.
Proven time and time again for myself and many friends to actually be a very good resource to learn things and figure out how to fix problems. Like you get the information without all of the bloat of looking it up on an article. It's just the best way of sometimes getting quick fixes to problems. So I really do think Reddit as a platform does provide a good service from time to time, though the water does get muddy with how awful a lot of the other subs are. But overall, I don't think it's like the worst website ever. That title still belongs comfortably to either Twitter or Facebook. Pick your poison. So to see that this strike is actually like effectively shutting down Reddit for most people is very impressive. And I think it's a good thing overall because I never support when a company gets greedy like this. So I think standing up against it is great. And Reddit is a platform that legitimately can't exist without the Reddit mods and the subreddits and all of that. It is entirely community driven. All of the content on that platform is user generated. So if the users never flip back on the subreddits, you lose all of the content, thus there's no reason to ever go to Reddit ever again. If they just pack up and go elsewhere like a mass exodus. This is like fucking rapture for Redditors here at this point. Like, it is a pretty big deal. Now, I do think this entire Reddit blackout, all the protests here, have kind of shot themselves in the foot because they made it clear for a lot of the big subreddits that are offline right now that they were only doing it for 48 hours. Which I think was a huge fucking blunder. You just gave up scholars, mate, right there. That doesn't really put a ton of pressure on the Reddit higher up anymore because you have given them an end date. You have told them when it stops. So they can just grit their teeth and bear it. Just endure for 2 days and then it's business as usual. Just 2 days of fucking holding on tight like it's a goddamn roller coaster and then you're back into clear skies. They shouldn't have said that they're only going offline for 2 days. I just don't think that puts enough pressure on
Indefinitely.
them to
Wait,
actually
when was
get
this? When was this? This was a day ago.
rid of the pricing model here for the API because they only have 2 days of their service being offline. I mean, that shit happens all the time in MMOs just for normal maintenance when things fuck up, right? Like, it's not going to all of a sudden change the way they're
And
viewing
of course, Reddit people would know about MMOs. Mm-hmm.
their business model. I know some subreddits are going offline indefinitely, but a lot of the ones that I've read are doing 48 hours. And I think the reason that they made it known that it's a 48-hour protest is so that way the community members didn't like think that it was dead forever. They didn't want them to feel like now they no longer have that community to go to for information. So I think it was just trying to keep them updated with what's going on. But in doing so, I think it was a bit of a misstep for the overall strike because, like I said, with only a 48-hour offline period, Reddit, I don't think, is going to overturn this decision because they'll just get away with it after 2 days. But I would quickly like to toy around with the idea that this does end up killing Reddit as a website entirely. It ceases to exist. That would be, I think, the biggest collapse of a service ever. Like, I was talking about this on stream, but the one that immediately popped in my head was MySpace when MySpace ultimately failed. And then Tumblr, which I actually just totally forgot about. But Tumblr was another, like, top 10 website that killed itself when it banned porn. That pretty much buried it on the spot when they implemented that new policy. I know it still is around. It's just not even close to how popular it used to be. But with
I
Reddit,
don't even think I was alive to even get to use Tumblr.
this could be a legitimate like dead site. If the community doesn't come back, if they don't all unprivate their subreddits, if they go elsewhere or something, then that website can't exist anymore because it is legitimately only user generated content. You lose the users, you lose the whole site. And I remember reading last night, as well as I'd always heard this before, that only like the top 5 Reddit mods control like a large portion of the top subreddits. So all of your subreddits, for the most part, that people go to, your default subs, your huge players, are controlled by like the same 5 people. If you piss them off and they all just leave and take the subreddits offline with them, they alone have dealt a very deep blow to Reddit itself. So that is pretty crazy just how
They're
much
getting
power
fired.
the people have on Reddit in terms of like this protest and its impact on the site as a whole. So overall, I just find this whole thing very fascinating, and I am hoping for the best outcome here. I hope that the community wins here and Reddit won't charge this crazy exorbitant fee for API access because there's nothing wrong with having third-party apps, right? I think most people would agree. In a lot of cases, third-party apps are much better than the official one. I don't use the official Reddit app, but from everything I understand, it's a pile of shit compared to the other options available from third-party developers. So, yeah, I just wanted to talk about this a little bit. That's it. See ya.
Damn. Oh,